Hello, this is Peter from firstbase.com.au. This is a lesson in how to play Testify on electric bass by Rage Against the Machine. I think it's important with a song like this that you work out what the artist's intention is with the part, and also remember that there's studio versions as well as various live versions. This is based on the studio version from the album The Battle of Los Angeles, but I think it's really important to listen to and watch different versions. I've spent quite a bit of time watching various live bits of footage of this song by Rage Against the Machine on YouTube. And I've tried to piece together the way Tim Commerford plays it from watching that and from listening to it quite extensively. So along with my good mate Jason, who's got a much better ear than I have, I've worked out what I think is as accurate as I can get to what Tim Commerford is playing here. Tim Commerford is renowned for playing Fender jazz type basses, particularly with the live versions. He plays with quite a lot of overdrive or fuzz on the bass. The other thing to realise with this track is that it's played in drop D tuning, so the lower string, the E string, you drop that down in pitch by 2 frets, one tone, so that it sounds as a low D, meaning when you fret it at the 7th fret here, that makes the same pitch as the open A string. So that's D, A, D and G. The song starts without bass guitar for 4 bars, and then there are 4 quarter notes, which is dropping from a pre-bent 5th fret on the A string. And so that's 1 bar, and it repeats that 4 times, and then goes into the main riff of the song, which is a 4 bar repeating pattern with a small variation. The song is played at 116 beats per minute, which is here. So I'll just count that in and then play that 4 bar pattern for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you notice here the first note is a D, and I'm playing that here on the 5th fret. You could also play it here, the open D, but the tone of that note, as well as from watching live footage and listening to it, sounds as though there's a bit of a slide down here sometimes, which is why I've played that there. At the 33-second mark of the song, there's the second main bass part for the song, which also repeats later on in the song. The first time at the 33-second mark, it's a 4 bar pattern pretty much that repeats 5 times. Important to realise that the first bar of that 4 bar pattern, the first time it's played, live footage shows Tim Commerford just playing this D and sliding down here. Whereas the second time and thereon, from there, that first note of the bar is played here, 5th fret on the A string, and that's because at the end of the 4 bar pattern his fingers are already here. The last time through, there's just a little fill as well. So at this point of the song, as I said, 33 seconds, this 4 bar pattern repeats 4 times. What I'm going to do is play the first 4 bars through, so you can see the difference in starting note. I'm going to play the middle 4 bars, which is basically repeated 4 times, and then I'll play the last 4 as well. So basically what I'm doing is cutting out 2 lots of that. 4 bars which are the same, just to speed it up a bit. So here we go, from 33 seconds onwards, pretty much is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so after that part of the song, you go back and play the first main riff that we played through. After that, get the second riff, the one that I just played through to you. That plays again exactly the same as I just played it now, except it repeats 4 times, not 5 times. Okay, 2 minutes 21. We've got an 8-bar variation. I'll play that through for you now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's really a variation on what's been played before. Just note the little reasonably quick semi-quaver fill in the last 2 beats there. One really nice little flourish that Tim Commerford plays is at 2 minutes 52. As the final bar, there's a nice little fill in there before another variation. So I'll just play through the last time through that for you now, which then also leads into a little interlude bit that goes from F to D. So I'm going to play from just about the 2 minute 45 mark into that little rundown, and then into this interlude, which is really the final main variation of the song. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the only other real part to note after that, at about the 3 minute and 6 mark, on the studio version it's quite difficult to tell exactly what's being played there, other than the fact that the bass is playing a D, but I mean it could be this open D, or it could be something chordal or octave pedal, whatever. The live version shows Tim Commerford at 3 minutes and 6, just bending down from that pre-bent D. Note though that this pattern is played for 2 bars. The final beat of the second bar, there's a rest before going back into the main riff. So pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pause. The only other variation really is that the song finishes with 4 times. Only difference there with how it's been played earlier in the song is the timing's different. There's no real reference. You can either say that it's just played in 4/4 time, 1 bar, slowed down to 75 beats a minute, or as I've noted it on the transcription that I've provided on the website.